Hi there, I'd like to welcome you to Manipulatives 101. For this manipulative lesson, we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be modeling a numeral using base 10 blocks, and once we learn how to model a numeral using base 10 blocks, then we're going to add two numbers together and perform some basic addition and also basic addition with regrouping with up to 3-digit numbers. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about the pieces that we're actually going to be using, or the tools. We have three tools that we're going to be using to show 3-digit numbers. We're going to use the units, or the tiny little cubes to the right, which are units. Then the next piece that we have is a long, L-O-N-G, sometimes also called a rod, R-O-D, and it's made up of 10 little units. You can see the little demarcation lines across the manipulative, and if you count those, you'll see that there are 10 little blocks. Then we can also have something called a flat, which is the equivalent of 10 rods or longs stacked next to each other, okay? Or it's also the equivalent of 100 little units. So this represents units or ones. This represents tens, and this represents hundreds, because that's what it takes for each of these different manipulatives. There are 100 units here, there are 10 units here, and then each of these is just one unit. So everything that we're going to be doing is based on modeling manipulatives based on those things. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to model the number 241. Okay, so this tells us that if we look at our place value, this is ones column, this is tens column, and this is hundreds column. Okay, so it's going to take 2 hundredths, or 2 of these blocks. Okay, let's zoom out here just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take 2 hundredths. There we go, that's easier, I believe. Okay, 2 hundredths. We need 4 tens. And these can be placed horizontally or they can be placed vertically, whichever is easier for you based on space. And we need 1 unit. So when we model that, we have 2 hundredths, 4 of the tens, or 4 longs, and 1 unit. So if we counted everything up here, we have 100 here, 100 here, for a total of 200. Okay? Then we have 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here, for a total of 40. And 1 unit for a total of 1. And when we add these together, that is equivalent to or equal to 241. So if we looked at expanded notation, we see that we have 241. Okay. Now, I think I'm a little close in there. You all have to bear with me. So it's real easy to model a number. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take and see if we can model 2 numbers and perform some addition. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out here so we'll be able to see everything. And I'm going to start out with the two two-digit numbers. Okay, so I want to model 24 plus 31. Okay, so the first thing that tells us, to model 24, I need 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 rods. So that's going to be equivalent to 24. Then I model 31 by adding 3 rods here and 1 more unit. So this is 24 plus 31. Now, my answer I won't leave exactly the way I have here. I'm going to regroup this, or just remodel it, not really a regrouping, but a remodeling, to put all of my 10s together. And then I have 5 10s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So I have the number 55, because this represents 5 10s represents 50, 5 units represents 5, for a total of 55 when I add my numbers together. Okay? Now, so I can model just addition when I don't have to do anything special with it. Okay? But I can also model some addition when I do have to do some special things with it. For example, I might model the addition problem 59 plus 76. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to start out exactly like I did with the other problem. I'm going to model 59. So I have 5 rods or longs, and then I need 9 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this represents 59. Then I need to model 76. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've modeled 59 plus 76. So I'm going to take these and put them all together over here. Okay, and I'm going to take these and put them all together. So what I have is something that looks like all of these longs and all of these units. So now what I have to do is I have to trade things, because once I have 10 units, I can trade 10 units for 1 long. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I take these and I trade those for this, then I'm going to pull these off my units and add 1 more of my longs over here. Now I have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have 10 units. I've only got 5, so I'm good to go with that. Alright, now I can never have 10 longs, because if I have 10 longs, I can trade that for a flat. So let's see if we have enough to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we put those together, then we have the equivalent of 1 flat. So I'm going to take these off and replace those with 1 flat. So now I have to do something with these, so I'm going to put these right up here and put these here in place value order. So if I look at what I actually have now, I have 1 flat, which equals 100. I have 3 rods, which equals 30, because each rod is 100, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So when I add these together, I have 135. Now, if we use the actual addition algorithm, where we take 59 plus 76, 9 plus 6 is 15, and then we carry, because that's more than 9, we carry that 1, and then we have 7 plus 5 is 12, and 1 is 13. So using the regular addition algorithm, I carry that 1, or regroup, which makes 135. Exactly the same thing. See, that's where the art of carrying comes from. I took this 5, and then I traded, remember, those 10 units for one of these flats, and for one of these longs, and that's exactly what that 1 is. I traded this. I have 5 here then, and I had to add that 1 long or rod here. So then when I add this, I have more than 9 of these. So then I have to do a trading here as well. So this is really like saying 13, so you put down the 3 and carry the 1. And since there's nothing there, it just leaves us with one of these flats. And that is addition with regrouping.